Hello, contender. Welcome to the Hyperscape, our new fast-paced battle royale that brings verticality to the next level. In Hyperscape, up to 100 players will compete in a variety of game modes. Squad and Solo Crown Rush are the main modes where Battle Royale champions are crowned. Neo Arcadia is a virtual, shimmering city designed to encourage vertical mobility and fast-paced combat situations. From sky-high towers to deadly interiors, you will constantly need to adapt your fighting styles. Once the battle begins, your personalized deployment pod is your transport to the battle. You will be able to drop in any part of the map, so pick your drop spot wisely. Hit the ground running, because you'll start with only a melee weapon. Hotly contested landmarks are known to contain abundant caches of gear, but high risk brings the chance of high reward. Gear is found inside buildings, closed off by breakable barricades and inside supply crates located around the map. As you traverse the city, looking for gear and enemies, you'll discover the different environments create diverse gameplay opportunities and challenges. Your competition may come from any angle. Every battle in Hyperscape is a fresh experience where you leverage the varied arsenal you will find in Neo Arcadia. Your loadout is not determined by the character you choose, but by the weapons and hacks you loot. From full auto assault weapons to powerful energy blasters, there is a tool for any playstyle. Hacks are game-changing abilities you loot around the map that grant skills for offense, defense, and movement. You can loot 2 weapons and 2 hacks and swap them at any time if you need to change your strategy. The choice is in your hands. If you find a copy of a weapon or hack you already have in your possession, you can fuse it, creating an upgraded version. Each item can be upgraded several levels, improving magazine size, damage, or cooldown duration. As you discover your footing in the Hyperscape, your squad will be there to help you. Use the ping system to sync with your squad and warn them of potential threats or alert them to potential resources. If an enemy manages to take you out, the battle is not over. At 0 health, you'll become an echo and you can help your squad by scouting ahead. When enemies are eliminated, a restore point appears in that spot. Find a restore point and your squad mates can bring you back into the fight. As your game master, one of my favorite tasks is to keep things lively by triggering battle events, such as the infinite ammo event or the low gravity event. Viewers on Twitch help influence my choice and can vote on additional events, so remember to play the crowd. Keep an eye on your map, contender. As the match progresses, sectors will decay and collapse throughout Neo Arcadia. If you're too late reaching a safe area, you will take damage over time and may be exposed to enemy attacks. Those skilled enough will enter the showdown phase. The Hyperscape crown will spawn in the final remaining sector. From here, you have 2 different paths to victory. Become the sole survivors or hold onto the crown for 45 seconds. You are now prepared for the Hyperscape, contender. We here at Prisma Dimensions hope you enjoy your stay.
So we worked on Hyperscape for about 2 years. It really started as this core little idea of, hey, let's make a game as a spectacle. And then it grew into this full-fledged battle royale.
I think for us, the core of the team's played battle royales for a long time. Like, it's a genre we play. We still play together daily as a group at night times. So we really wanted to build a battle royale one that had its own real Hyperscape flavor and took its own space.
So we took the tension and the intensity of the Battle Royale and we really wanted to streamline everything in. The fact that the game takes place in an urban environment really changes the moment-to-moment gameplay. You'll be able to navigate the rooftops with your double jump, go from tight interiors to wide open spaces, and so there's a lot of opportunities for cat and mouse action and close-quarter combat.
From technical side, we've built what we call a Frankenstein of an engine, where we've taken the best bits from Rainbow Six, the best bits from Assassin's Creed, plus a lot of really hard work from our core engine team to build together an engine that's powerful enough to run 100 players in a 1x1 kilometer, all urban environment with great performance all the time.
At the core of Hyperscape, there's really the notion of game as a spectacle, a game that is as fun to watch as it is spectacular to play. In keeping with the notion of an intense and fast-paced game, we really streamline looting in the game. You will be able to equip 2 guns, but also 2 special abilities that we call hacks. Inventory management is really simplified. You will be able to find items, swap them easily, and then if you find the same item that you already have, you will be able to fuse it together with the one you have in order to improve it. You can do this process 5 times, and then you will have the fully fused version of the weapon. Hacks are really cool. We wanted players to have a toy that they could express themselves with and have a lot of tactical play with. You will have the ability to use hacks as navigation or to protect yourself or to lay traps for your opponents. They are special abilities that promote creative play. Instead of a circle shrinking over time, we introduce the notion of decay. Basically, whole sectors of the map are starting to decay after a while, and you have to go out of them. You will start to notice that some triangles are appearing in the buildings, and you will need to exit this sector before it decays completely. At the last moment of the battle, when all the sectors have decayed, there's one sector left and you enter the showdown. At this moment, we spawn the crown, and you have a choice. You can either win by eliminating all the other players, or you can try and go for a crown victory. We introduce the crown to provide an alternative way to win the game, and a final objective that everyone is fighting for. This creates exciting moments where the last survivors can use different strategies to outplay their opponents.
From the beginning of Hyperscape, the game has been designed with a strong emphasis on the streaming ecosystem. Not only we wanted to make a game that is fun to play, but we wanted to make sure that it supports its streamer and content creators with their communities. Hyperscape Chromecast is the Twitch extension, and unlike any other game extension, it's a tool that we built from the ground up to really support the content creators to engage with their viewers at a whole new level. The Twitch extension is going to evolve with the community. Obviously, the tech test is only the beginning. There's a lot of features already in the works to really strengthen that link between the players, the viewers, the streamer, and we can't wait to reveal those in the upcoming seasons.
Communication updates will be frequent in Hyperscape. We're blessed with a really full schedule from our team. So it's everything from balance updates, gun additions, hack additions, new game modes, new battle passes, new seasons. It's going to give us a lot to talk about, so we're not going to be quiet.
Closing a game is difficult already. Closing a game with lockdown on top is even more difficult. But I see now where we've come together and I really feel like we're a close team now because we're able to do that. You've really seen them drive, and push hard to be able to finish this game. And the best thing for me is not just announcing Hyperscape, it's letting players play it today.